Everybody's eye on consolation. Everybody trying to tell me what's right for me. Yeah. But Daddy tried to bore with the summer. Oh, it's plain to see, but they can't come with me. The sorry charm for the imposition. But I believe I've got the strength to carry on, carry on, carry on. I need a drink and a quick decision. Now it's all up to me. Oh, what will be? She's gone. Oh, why? I better learn everything. She's gone, she's gone. Oh, why? I paid the devil to replace it. She's gone. What went wrong? Up in the morning, look in the mirror. I'm worn as a toothbrush in the sand, in a stain. My face ain't looking any younger. I better learn everything. She's gone, she's gone. Oh, I paid the devil to replace it. She's gone. What went wrong? What went wrong? Think I spent eternity in the city. Let the carbon monoxide choke my thoughts away. Yeah. The pretty body's help is all the memories. The thing you never be when she finds to me. She's gone. Oh, I better learn everything. She's gone and she's gone. Oh, why? I paid the devil to replace her. She's gone. What went wrong? Hey. Can't believe that she's gone. Oh, I hate the difference. You're a place and she's gone. I better learn everything. She's gone. She's gone. Can't believe. Oh, I hate the difference. You're a place and she's gone. So long. I can't believe it right. Hey, I gotta believe. I gotta believe. Oh, my, oh, I. Now
That was She's Gone by Daryl Hall and John Oates. Now, as teenagers growing up in Philadelphia, they both had their respective bands. Daryl was in the Temptones and John in the Masters. And about a year after both bands released their singles, Daryl Hall and John Oates officially crossed paths. And I hope I've got that right. On that fateful night at the Adelphi Ballroom,
yeah, right.
You guys were there to kind of promote your bands. What was it about that night that stands out to each of you the most? Besides the obvious gunfire that possibly went on.
I can't
that
really
we don't know if it really happened.
It was a typical thing. A fight broke out, and nothing unusual about that. So
in West Philly at that time.
And then we found out that we both went to Temple University and started hanging out together and doing all that.
Yeah. Around this time, I think you were working with the Temptations, sort of. You were kind of carrying
I was sort of a mascot. You know, I was.
You were their mascot.
Yeah.
Did you have a costume?
Hence the name.
Temptones.
Well, no, the Temptones comes from Temple University. Anyway, but yeah.
Did you sing with them in their hotel and get them their coffee?
Yeah. I used to hang out, you know, carry their clothes around, and yes, a lot of times, you know, I would hang out and go back to their hotel rooms, these were the kind of guys that even off stage they would just sing together all the time. Yeah. So we used to sit around and sing, and I would.
How'd you get that?
I would take David's part because David was usually not there. You know, but,
when I first met Daryl, I joined the Temptones as a guitar player. And he tried to impress me by inviting me to, and he did impress me, by the way, by inviting me to the Apollo Theater to see the Temptations.
My personal friends,
and we sat in front.
Of course, yeah.
And I was like, this is good, this works.
So he got his street cred, basically, at that point. He was cool in your book after that happened.
We hung around backstage with him, yeah.
So now, you guys were friends first, but when did you formally decide, I'm going to start working with this
after
guy?
college.
Yeah.
That's, you know, we were both sort of looking around for things. I was working with the Philly crowd, you know, part of the beginning of the sound of Philadelphia, doing a lot of session work and songwriting and things like that, and we sort of said, okay, let's do this. Let's do something different.
All right. Well, we have a little surprise for you guys. Some real brothers from the city of brotherly love had a question for you. They heard you were going to be here.
Okay.
Take a look.
Hey, Daryl and John.
Hey guys, how you doing?
On the road.
On the road. This is our idea of a tour bus.
So, question for you. A lot of people ask us about our musical roots, and we always sort of come back to Philly. We were just curious, since you guys are from Philly, whether you felt the city had an influence on your music and your development.
From 2 Philly boys to 2 more Philly boys.
Have a great show.
That is so cool.
No, Philadelphia had no influence on us, Kevin.
No, nothing. Not absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's the sound of the city. We grew up listening to Philadelphia radio, which, by the way, was very unique radio, and especially back in the early days of rock and roll. WIBG was the first radio station to ever play a full-time rock format.
Yeah, they went to a rock and roll format back in the 50s.
And with the great R&B, WDAS, WHAT. Yeah, it's the sound of that city, and you know, it's influenced them, and it's part of their lives, it's part of our lives.
Yeah, if you come from Philly, it's at your core. It doesn't matter where you live,
That's right.
what kind of music you wind up doing. It's still always going to be Philly at the core. It's a state of mind, and it's a musical state of mind too.
There's new artists who we're running into, friends with our guys in our band, and I hear them, and they're kind of like singer-songwriters, and even though in this day they still have that thing, you know what I'm talking about.
That's that Philly thing that you can't put your finger on.
Yeah. And I had Kevin and Michael on my show, my Live from Daryl's House show. It was great fun.
Coming up next, more great music from Daryl Hall and John Oates, including fan favorite Sarah Smile. Stay with us. P.S. Did you know that when Daryl Hall was originally writing their popular hit Rich Girl, the lyrics said he's a rich guy? But after hearing it out loud, he decided it didn't sound right, so he changed it to Rich Girl. And now you know. Private Sessions will be back in just a moment.